Good morning, guys. We're kind of up and at 'em. Had a little fall yesterday, so we're just kind of laying here in bed this morning and trying to get things going and get motivated. Melissa and Ashley left for school and work, and excuse me, wow. So I'm trying to get woke up here and deal with this morning and trying to feel better. I'd like to try to do a little fishing today, but I don't think that's going to happen the way I'm feeling. My back's just killing me. So, I want to talk a little bit today about Huskies. Huskies are an awesome family dog, but unlike a lot of dogs, they're a very high maintenance dog. I mean, really high maintenance. You have to you really just can't have one. I mean, you can have one, but you better make sure that it's kennel trained and have a very good kennel. Excuse me, I can't talk this morning. Because they're escape artists too. They figure things out pretty easy. They're thinkers. They're really smart dogs. And anyhow, they're a dog that sheds. When they shed about two to three times a year, and when they blow their coat, I mean they blow their coat. So they're very clean dogs. They're kind of like a cat. They're constantly cleaning themselves and everything. And so you got to watch that. And the other thing is they have sensitive stomachs, so you can't be changing their food all their time and stuff. But they're a pack dog, so they have to be around something. So if you get a husky, I hate to tell you this, but sometimes it's better to have two. But they're kind of like what's that commercial? I think it's Lay's potato chips. You just can't have one, because once you have one, you'll want another and another. So, but anyhow, people get them. I saw a thing that abandonment of Huskies is up to 100 and some odd percent. It's way over 100%. And the reason being is people get them, they see these TV shows and Game of Thrones and some other stuff, and oh my God, they're such beautiful dogs, I want to have one. And they get them, and then they're like, oh my God, the dog ate the couch because we didn't kennel train it. If you don't have any kind of obedience where they listen to you by the time they're 6 months, they're going to be hard to control, and you're going to have to put them into some kind of training class or really take the time to work with them. I'm not saying that you can't have one, but you need to have the time to spend with them. You got to be able to let them play and run and have a yard with a good fence. Because once those dogs get out, they have a roaming radius of up to 30 miles. And that's a lot of distance to cover. Another thing is, if you don't live in, a fair weathered state like we live in Georgia, so our dogs spend about 80% of the time in the house with me. And but we got a backyard for them to run around and play and extinguish all that energy. We get out there and we play with them and hang out with them, and our dogs are like our children. They're part of our family, and that's what makes a real big difference. And they get very attached to their owners, and they're entertaining, and like I said, it's never a dull moment. We all our dogs are kennel trained. Right now, two of the girls are in their kennels just because they were out digging and their paws are covered in mud. So I put them in there, and I wiped them down and put them in there till everything dries off, and then they'll actually clean themselves. It's pretty amazing. And another thing is, a lot of people don't realize, the top layer, Huskies are a double fur dog. They have 2 layers of fur on them. And the top fur a lot of times is waterproof, so they dry out really easy unless you really get down and, wash them. You get down to that lower skin, it'll take them a little while to dry off. But, they're not a guard dog. They're a family dog. they're an expensive dog to buy if you're going to buy a paper dog. I think a dog with papers is usually in a husky. I've seen them as the lowest I've ever seen was about $2,500. But there's so many out there that need rescuing, and they're great dogs, and they're great family dogs. And Dakota's been my lifesaver, and so is Shiloh. And Cheyenne came up, and we got her, and she's been a blessing. She's basically my wife's dog. She just loves my wife to death. Shiloh and Dakota are my dogs. They do get a little jealous. The reason why I have 3 is because Dakota goes everywhere with me and Shiloh can't. Dakota's my service dog. So, they have a blast when we go camping and stuff. They like to get out and wander with us and hike with us. And we really enjoy them. But if you don't have the time to spend with them, and you don't have the patience that it takes, because they are like children. They'll get into everything. They'll tear stuff up, and you've just got to have to accept that fact that Huskies are little mischievous children, because that's what they are. They'll argue with you, which is funny. Sometimes it can be a little aggravating, but they're great dogs. Dakota, he snuggles up with me. He knows when I'm not feeling good. He was up here, and the girls didn't want to let him up here, so he'll act like he wants to go outside, so I'll move like I'm going to get up and let them all outside, and they'll jump off the bed, and he turns around, runs, and jumps on the bed, and he'll snuggle up with me. But, excuse me, I'm just, like I said, I'm not feeling real good today. I've kind of been drugged through I tripped over. Cheyenne has a bad habit of wanting to get in between your legs and stuff, and I was standing outside looking at something yesterday, and I didn't realize she had bumped up against the back of my legs. When she did, I went down and landed flat on my butt, which jarred everything in me. So it'll take me 3 or 4 days to get over this, but we'll get there. Getting close to the weekend. I don't know what we're going to do for the weekend. We'll probably get everything set back out since the storms are over with. Start having some fire pits again, and all that fun stuff. And hopefully, I can feel better and get some bug killer and get some bug killer spread out across the backyard, the front yard, and stuff. But anyways, that's what I got to say about the Huskies. If you just don't have the patience or the time, or anything, don't get one. Because I hate to see these dogs piled up in these kill shelters, because they're such great dogs, and all 3 of ours are rescues, and we love them. And if you really want to, if you don't have the time, or you want one but you can't put in 110%, volunteer, with the Husky Foundations, or, spend time with these dogs just to see. You could, we do when needed. Jennifer will call us from this area if they've got Huskies down, and we'll go pick them up, and we'll take them down to her, and then they go into evaluation, and then we put them up for adoption. We always need volunteers, and we need people to keep dogs for a little bit till we can find them a good home. And we always need donations for food and medical expenses. So check out Husky Pack Rescue on Facebook, their page and everything. They've got links. You can donate. Every dollar counts. So we hope you all have a blessed day, and we'll be thinking about y'all today. And I plan on getting the family up this weekend, and we'll do some family videos together and everything. So, but we've kind of had a busy week here. We love you guys. Peace out.